Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Starseeds Explained. Today I'm going to be covering the Arcturians. They are galactic beings from a constellation called Arcturus. These beings have been visiting Earth basically since the beginning of humankind. But what this video is about is when these galactic beings, Arcturians, incarnate into human form. I usually sense Arcturians from the 6th to the 9th dimension, and even higher. They go way past that as well. The vibe when I feel the Arcturian energy is that they're very serious a lot of the time. Very smart, very intelligent, very light-filled, and they're straight shooters. They want to get straight to the point. They're very serious about what they're doing here on Earth. Now I'm going to talk about some of the traits that you may have if you're an Arcturian Starseed. You may be more success-driven. You may want to achieve things. When you go to try new things, you want to be good at them. You want to get better at them over time. They like to be able to progress at things. You may be very intelligent. You may have done very well in school or have read a lot of books. Maybe you didn't apply yourself in school, but you're very intelligent. And this is a huge one with Arcturians. They're very logical. They think things through logically with their mind, and they don't use their emotions as much when they are incarnated here in human form. If I were to say the most incarnated galactic being on Earth, I would say it'd mostly be the Arcturians and possibly the Pleiadians. They are the top two most popular starseeds here on Earth. A lot of the traits that you may have here on Earth also depends on how many lifetimes that you've had here. It can also depend on how many lifetimes you've had as an Arcturian. Say you've had 900 lifetimes as an Arcturian and you've only had lifetimes as Arcturian and you've come to Earth. Maybe you only have 50 lifetimes here on Earth. It's going to be a rockier road. It's going to be more difficult, be very difficult to connect with your emotions and to be grounded and to just have the experience here on Earth to do well. But say, in my example, I've only had a few hundred lifetimes as an Arcturian, but thousands of lifetimes as avian beings, blue avian beings, and then I've also incarnated on Earth a few hundred times as well. So I do have a little bit more experience in it, but I'm still adjusting Earth. Even though I've had all of these lifetimes on Earth, it's still taking me a long time to adjust here to Earth and to get grounded in my vessel and things like that. One thing I'll say, the really good thing about being an Arcturian is that it's a lot easier for you to be successful in the financial sector because Arcturians make very good scientists, engineers, starting businesses. They're able to logically problem solve really well. When it comes to relationships, sometimes they can struggle because it's a little bit more difficult for them to connect with their emotions and express their emotions to people. Some people, a lot of women I notice that are married to Arcturian men, they say, he doesn't love me or he doesn't love me at all or something. It's just they have a difficult time expressing that emotion, or maybe they show that emotion in a different way through like financial means, things like that. That's actually one of the main things why Arcturians came here to incarnate, is to develop that emotional connection while they're in human form. Over time, of course, it doesn't happen over one lifetime. It's going to happen over multiple lifetimes for many people, and building that self-love and emotional depth within themselves. It's the same reason why many different types of Starseed origins actually incarnate here. A lot of ETs, they experience emotions in a different way, or maybe they don't even have emotions, so they come here to experience these emotions so that they can develop as a soul and get experience. If you look at many ancient Egyptian gods, Hindu goddesses and gods, a lot of them have been Arcturians, and a lot of people in ancient culture have been Arcturians. They're pretty much all over the place. Like goddess Lakshmi, for example, she's had quite a few Arcturian lifetimes and Pleiadian lifetimes, and Andromedan, so that's a really cool combo that she has. And then of course, like Krishna has mainly Arcturian lifetimes. The business sector, our society is quite dominated actually by the Arcturian mind. That's why you'll see most people in our society on Earth, they cannot connect with their heart chakra at all. Can't necessarily connect with their emotions very well, especially the males in our society. If you look at some of the Asian cultures, they have some of the most amount of Arcturians incarnated in those cultures as well. Knowing that, one tip that I will give to Arcturians and that I've taken in with my own life is bringing yourself down into your heart through self-love and grounding over time, going out in nature, building that connection with yourself and who you really are, because this is the real connection to the spirit world as well. It's not only in the mind, which is also important. I do think that Arcturian Starseeds should play to their strengths, play to their logical prowess and their smarts and intelligence, but it's also to have a balance as well. And last final topic, I would like to talk about psychic abilities. Arcturians have incredible psychic abilities and are very good at telepathic communication. And like I said earlier, they're very straight shooters. They're going to give it to you from left to right. When they're channeling it straight into your brain, it's actually really enjoyable to channel the Arcturians. Not all ETs are like that. Some of them give it to you in chunks and all kinds of different ways. But the Arcturians are pretty much a breeze to channel with because they just put it straight into your mind. As an Arcturian Starseed, it would be really cool to see some of you actually channeling, and that's why we have a mediumship course coming up, and this is where I learned to channel. Kristen Davies is a great teacher. I'm also helping teach in the course, and it's going to be really cool. And then of course we have the Starseed class coming up after that, and that's where we get to connect in with a lot of these different galactic beings, and it's super exciting. But anyways, going in about the abilities of Arcturian Starseeds, healing is something that they excel in, and also working with divine geometry and different shapes like that. They're very good at downloading these types of things into their brain. That's why we see a lot of Arcturians as, these engineers and these architects and things like that. They're actually downloading and channeling all the time, but a lot of times they don't even realize it. And one last ability that you may have is looking into the future or looking into the past. This is one thing that Arcturians are very good at. These galactic beings, they go into the future and the past really easy. They see time like way differently than we humans do. So when we incarnate in human form, it can be difficult to kind of bring us into the present moment at all times. They're always looking for the next thing or the next things happening in the future. But that's also a cool tip that if you learn to do channeling or meditation, you can stretch yourself into the future and look at different things from different perspectives, a more general perspective or a more narrow perspective. It's really interesting type of topic, and let me know in the comments if you're an Arcturian Starseed and if you have felt the Arcturians, if you sense the Arcturians, have they visited you in your dreams or meditations. But this is going to be at the end of the video. If you would like any other videos like this, or if you would like me to cover different galactic beings, let me know in the comments, and thank you so much. Until next time.